Now that you're signed in to your Google, you can now think about the owl. So over here is our trusty owl. The owl has buttons on it. So you have the mute one. So if you click mute, it will turn red, and unclick, that means it's now on. You also have the plus and minus buttons, which are the volume. So plus, of course, is more sound, minus is less sound. On the very top of this is the 360-degree camera. So if you have a film on here, you want to pull it off, and you probably would want to dust it every once in a while, but this is what will capture the entire classroom as well as your smartboard. There are two cables that go into your owl. The first one, as you can see here, is the power cord. Now this gives power to your owl just like it gives power to your laptop. If there's any reason, the first troubleshooting would be to unplug this, wait for 10 seconds, and then plug it back in. When I do that, you'll notice that the eyes of the owl light up. That means it's on. The second cord is the one that plugs it into the computer. Notice it has a USB and another USB cable. So here's your USB, and this is your extension cord that plugs it into the actual big computer. So make sure that that is snug, and make sure it has that white tongue on it. If it doesn't, your cord is faulty. This is the back of your supercomputer, and the owl is plugged in here. So the cord that I just showed you with the extender, this will go straight into your computer pack. If it's not there, please make sure that you plug it in. At the bottom here, this is the TV controls. You should never have the owl on this section. It should always be up here in this. Now, to make sure that your owl is both your microphone and your speaker, we need to go to the settings of the supercomputer. So again, down here on the right, you have a sound icon. You're going to touch the sound icon. Notice how it says speakers are Realtek. It's not the echo canceling one we want. So we're going to go ahead and click this up arrow. You're going to select the echo canceling speaker Meeting Owl Pro. And now this is connected to your owl, and you can adjust the volume from here of the owl just like you could on the actual owl with the plus and minus buttons. How do you use the owl for a meeting for students that are high flexing in? First, you need to go ahead and open your classroom. So I'm going to go to the waffle. I'll go to my classroom, and now I will open up one of my classrooms, and I will hit the join button. I'm assuming that all of you do it this way, but if you don't, you can actually open up just a regular Meet as well. But I'm going to show you this way first. If this is the first time that you're doing this, you might get some pop-ups. The first pop-up is allow Meet to use your camera and microphone. So what you want to do is something like this will pop up, and you want to go ahead and click or touch allow. And then it's going to say wants to show notifications. It's up to you whether you want to, but I'm just going to go ahead and click allow as well. So if you look at this picture, you notice it's not really an owl type of picture. That's because right now it's not picking up the owl, it's picking up your dock cam. So if you put something under it, like you can see my hand, so we need to change this view. How do I change it? So what I'm going to do is I will come up to the three dots. I will say switch camera, and then it goes to the meeting owl. And then you can also go to the settings button here and make sure that the microphone is your default echo canceling, and your speakers are also the default echo canceling. You can see that I'm speaking right now because the bars are going up and down, means the owl is listening to me, and also the owl's eyes are on. Coming back here, you can also test the speaker by touching the icon for the sound, and you can hear it play on the owl. So after you set all of the speakers and the microphone, you can go ahead and touch the X and close it out. Now you are ready to join the Meet meeting by coming over here and touching the Join Now button. So Michelle is filming me. You're going to have a 360 camera view at the very top, and this portion here will follow those that speak. So it can split up to 3 times, showing 3 different people, depending on who is talking. In order to get rid of these things or to adjust your screen, you do need to download the Meeting Owl app in Google Play or in Apple Store. So now that you're in your Meet, all the students joining in from home, you'll be able to see come up right here in the People section, which is this button down here. And so from here, you can monitor who is online, who has a question. Now, what happens if you share your screen? How do you share your screen? So sharing your screen is going to be just like the computer. You're going to click on the box with the arrow. You're going to choose your entire screen. Click on your entire screen right here and share. Now you can see that it's recording because it has a red dot here. It's recording this entire session. And now I can go to my tab and I can go to classwork, and whatever I'm doing here is now projecting to the students at home on their device. So that's how you do that. From here, this thing here, you can see that you're still sharing your screen. So you can stop sharing by using this bar that moves, or you can always go back up to the tab and hit Stop Presenting down here. The suggested practice for this is that you also, with your laptop as a secondary computer, sign in to the same meeting. So that way you can monitor the participants that are online, their chat, and their questions without having to change your view all the time. So this would stay like it is, whatever you're presenting, and then on your laptop is where you would answer the questions and explain things if there's questions in the chat or you see somebody raises their hand. So that's it for this short presentation on our smartboard and OWL. If you have any other questions or would like a one-on-one training, please get a hold of me, audrey.deerdorf@sweetwaterschools.org.